This week, we are covering The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. I'm Sarah Lyles.
And I'm Jamie Livingston, and we are so approachable. This is an older book. It's from February of 2019. Mm-hmm. So, Sarah, it's your pick. Why?
TikTok influenced me.
Okay.
I mean, truly, I actually read this book, and I wasn't going to pick it. I was just going to read it for fun. I saw other reviews, and I was like, okay, we have to do this book. I actually was not even going to put this in the mix, but I was like, yes, we're going to put it, because it's an older book. But still, it's still pretty highly sought after.
It is, and I'm shocked because Rebecca Yarros is widely popular now for the Fourth Wing series. Mm-hmm. Romantasy, like we're talking dragons and all out there fantasy, which is not your brand.
Right, no.
And so this is completely separate from that. And I know Rebecca Yarros from that. I've read Fourth Wing. Mm-hmm. I've read all 3 books that are out. There's 5 of them total. I've read them. Mm-hmm. And from this description, it's not what I anticipated from Rebecca Yarros. So I am very curious to see how it translates from, I don't even know what genre this one is considered.
Romance.
Just romance?
Yeah.
Well, I'm curious as to how her writing style is with romance versus romantasy.
Oh, yeah.
The romance fantasy. Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, tell me a little bit about the book.
All right, it starts with a letter. Beckett, if you're reading this, well, you know the last letter drill. You made it. I didn't. Get off the guilt train, because I know if there was any chance you could have saved me, you would have. I need one thing from you. Get out of the army and get to Telluride. My little sister Ella's raising the twins alone. She's too independent and won't accept help easily. But she has lost our grandmother, our parents, and now me. It's too much for anyone to endure. It's not fair.
And here's the kicker. There's something else you don't know that's tearing her family apart. She's going to need help. So if I'm gone, that means I can't be there for Ella. I can't help them through this, but you can. So I'm begging you, as my friend, go take care of my sister, my family. Please don't make her go through this alone. Ryan.
Okay. I that doesn't really tell me a whole lot.
No.
That's why I am just like, I don't really have a good...
It doesn't really. Again, I didn't even see the back of the book. I just saw so many. Again, I don't even know why that came up in like my feeds constantly. And I was like, all right, what's it all about? So that's why I picked it up.
All right. Well, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Rebecca Yarros, more than I already said. She is the #1 New York Times best-selling author of over 20 novels.
Wow.
Including Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and Onyx Storm, which are the ones that I see on TikTok and Instagram and all the places. Also, in The Likely Event, she is the recipient of the British Book Award for Book of the Year and the Alex Award for the American Library Association. She loves military heroes and has been blissfully married to hers for over 20 years. As the mother of 6, when she's not writing, you can find her at the hockey rink or sneaking in some guitar time. She and her family live in Colorado with their stubborn English bulldogs, 2 feisty chinchillas, and 2 cats who rule them all.
She's having fostered, then adopted their youngest. Rebecca is passionate about helping children in the foster system through her nonprofit, One October, which she co-founded with her husband in 2019.
Okay, there's a lot going on there. She's a busy woman.
Busy woman. I mean, seriously.
I feel like my Instagram feed is just filled with her at a bunch of these speaking events. Mm-hmm. Like, she's explaining everything about Fourth Wing and, like, went on a press tour because I constantly see clips of her out there talking and meeting with fans. So she's definitely out there.
Right.
She's got purple hair, like purple tips on her blonde. I don't know. She seems like a hip mom. I don't know.
I mean, yeah. I actually am really excited that at the highest bidding. I love that when I was looking into this, it was a bidding war to get the rights to do a movie for this. And so Amazon MGM has landed the movie rights to this book. So,
okay.
yeah.
Well, and I know, I'm bringing it back to the romantasy. Fourth Wing has been picked up for a TV series.
Oh, interesting.
I want to say it's HBO or something, but it's like a full series, and each book is supposed to have a season. So there's a huge following for Rebecca Yarros.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And again, this, I don't know Fourth Wing because I haven't, so I only can go off of this. So.
Well, Fourth Wing is also military, so it said that she loved military. That one takes place at a military boarding school. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a college where kids are deciding what to be when they grow up. Oh. It's kind of like Harry Potter, but like
in the military.
Military and dragons. I mean, there's dragons in Harry Potter. So.
Sure.
Because they do some magic and stuff too. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. If fantasy is your thing, we're probably not going to go there. I do want to say that this book is a 3 chili pepper warning. Mm-hmm. So it's romance, and there is open door scenes. It's a 3, so that to me means 1 or 2 open door scenes.
Right.
If you are familiar with Fourth Wing, and those are definitely 4 to 5 chili peppers, and that's why I don't really like to admit that I've read them, because like they are smut.
Yeah.
And I don't like that they get drawn into young adult fiction, or like they're kind of labeled that way when they're actually labeled new adult.
Right.
So there's a distinction between young adult and new adult, and that's really like the 20s and up.
Right.
Because I don't think that younger kids should be exposed to
I
4
agree.
chili peppers.
No, not at all. Absolutely.
I don't think they should be exposed to 3 chili peppers.
No.
Even as a married woman, I read those and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. And so it's just
to each their own.
Correct. Right. But you're right. For kids, that's a bit too much.
Yeah. The other part of this, so yes, it is 3 chili peppers. It also is, this is how it's described, an emotionally intense contemporary romance with significant heavy themes. Major trigger warnings include the death of a child battling cancer, grief, loss, and PTSD. It features intense scenes of mourning, military-related trauma, and is described as gut-wrenching and deeply heartbreaking.
Yep. All those things.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. Woo.
I honestly said I wasn't going to do this for the podcast, and then I was like, oh, but I lingered on this book for a while. So for me to like finish it and keep lingering on it and want to talk about it, it sucked me in. So.
All right. Well, this one has almost 500,000 ratings, and it has a 4.5.
Mm-hmm, I believe it.
Yeah, that's hefty. And I think to do the math to get up to a 4.5, you have to have a lot of 5s, but 64% of the reviews are 5-star reviews. Mm-hmm. That's
significant.
A lot.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah. And even like 3 stars and below accounts for 11%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so that's why we're doing it. Got it. Gotcha.
All right, so I'm going to start with a bad review. Okay, so Darlene gave it 2 stars. She said, the last letter is an engaging read with a strong start, pulling readers in with its emotional depth and well-developed characters. The author does a great job of building tension and keeping the story moving at a steady pace. However, as the novel progresses, it starts to lose some of its grip. The final stretch feels rushed and predictable, twists that just don't quite land as powerfully as they could have. She said, while it's still a solid book overall, the ending leaves something to be desired, as if the writer was in a hurry to wrap things up. That said, it's an enjoyable read with enough heart to make it worthwhile. I'll give it a thumbs up, but not an enthusiastic one. So.
Okay. I have an interesting poor review.
Okay.
Because even my poor review is a 5-star. I was so confused.
Oh, you won't be. Go ahead.
It says 5 stars from Reggie Ann. I would not recommend this book to anyone.
Mm-hmm. But I am.
5 stars.
I'm recommending it.
Okay. All right. So I have Deborah, who gave it 4.5 stars.
Okay.
So I think it technically was a 5, but she subdivided down to the 4.5. And she says, Wear waterproof mascara while reading this book. Seriously, waterproof mascara and tissues. If you need a good cry, read this book. Anyone remember seeing Tammy Faye Baker cry with mascara running down her face on TV? Yeah, that was pretty much me while reading this book. Cry-a-rama occurred at my house today. So yeah, I bawled. I also really enjoyed this book that ripped my heart out. Plus, this was a romance book, folks. Geez Louise is all I can say. This one had heart and soul.
What a good review. All right, and I have Diane for 5 stars. It took me about 6 months to finally download this book. Let me tell you something. It's a book that will capture you from the first chapter. I can't believe it took me so long. I took a break from reading psychological thrillers because I just had to, so I'm glad I did. I laughed and cried. Please take my advice and read this book. You'll thank me later. Which I thought interesting, because for me to say, let's push this romance in front of my TBR of psychological thrillers says something about the book.
Right. I mean, that sounds like you. Like, I had to take a break from my psychological thrillers, and I just happened to read this, and
here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, knowing a little bit of something about you, when you're reading a book, are you read a book in one sitting, or do you like to slowly savor the book? What do you prefer?
I'm a slow reader, so I don't ever have just one sitting where I can read an entire book.
Sure, but maybe a couple days where you can't put it down.
Right. I have had a couple of those, especially recently. One of our recent books, Anatomy of an Alibi. I flew through that one. I literally had my phone next to me because I had the digital copy, and I'm eating food and I'm reading it. The baby's playing over here, and I'm like, yeah, honey, I was constantly reading. Any downtime that I had, if I had 15 seconds, I was opening up my Libby app and reading that book. So I think it really depends on the book. I'm usually at bed. I'm going to pull my book out, read a chapter, and go to bed. So if I have a lazy day and the time, I would love to just sit and read for a day. But I've trained myself to fall asleep reading, and so because I only read at bedtime, so it has to be a really invigorating book,
right?
Stimulating, keep me awake. Yeah,
right. I would love to just spend a whole day slowly savoring a book. I am not a fast reader either. I don't read fast. I think because if I skim, I can easily skim and understand. Yeah. But I don't savor it. And so I would more lean on the slow and savor because I enjoy the ride better.
Are you a crier?
No, I don't cry. That's my heartlessness. I laugh because, like I said, I did read this book. And I was texting one of my friends, and I said something about, my emotion to the end of the book. And she was like, oh, well, I think that's a crying for you. And I'm just laughing because I'm I just am not, yes, I can feel the emotions. And this definitely takes you on an emotional roller coaster. So I'm curious to see how you respond to it.
Yeah. I would never have labeled myself a crier after having Lottie. I'm an emotional basket case.
Interesting.
I don't know if it's just that my hormones haven't
yes.
regulated. It's
Kids
been a couple
of
years, but golly, I just feel like such a sap. So I feel like I get emotional at really silly things. So I think I need the waterproof mascara. I think that, or just no mascara. Duh. Why would not even going to waste the effort?
No, absolutely not. Don't even bother. So I'm actually really excited for you to dive into this because, again, romance is not my first pick at all. And so for me to fly through this book, and mind you, fly through means 3-4 days.
Yeah.
So that's, and being at that moment of I just want to know what's happening. So I'm excited to get there with you.
Yeah. I'm excited to kind of switch things up. We haven't really decided to do a romance before now. We've had a couple books that have romance.
Well, Funny Story was kind of.
Yeah, that's a rom-com, though.
Sure,
I don't consider that romance. I mean, I guess the rom is romance, but it's no, it was a comedy.
It's watered down.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is the emotional side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so many thoughts and I can't give them.
I know. I can see them. They're coming at me right now.
There's another word I'd use, but I will give it to you next time.
All right. Well, I guess we need to leave so that I can go and start reading.
Oh, I can't wait to be ranting.
And just remember, you are so approachable. Okay, the episode is over. Get reading.
But before you go, like, review, and subscribe.
Turn on notifications to get the alert when the full episode drops.
Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to see what we're reading next and join the conversation.
We're so excited to have you on board.